So let's continue. In the previous class, we have gone through various configurations of lattice tower, and we have seen various loads acting on the lattice tower. Now today we will take an example to understand how to analyze lattice tower. So a 60-meter height, a 60-meter high microwave antenna microwave antenna lattice tower is to be built near Agra, where the terrain at the site is nearly a level ground, nearly a level ground with terrain category with terrain of category 2. The diameter of the hemispherical antenna disk fixed at the top is 3 meters. The width of the tower the width of the tower at the top has to be 3.5 meters. Select a suitable configuration. Select a suitable configuration for the tower and determine maximum compression force and tension in the tower legs. And also the maximum shear at the base for the following data. The weight of antenna disc and fixtures is equal to 9 kilonewton. Then the weight of the platform at top is 0.82 kilonewton per square meter. Then the weight of railing at top, weight of railing at top is 0.32 kilonewton per meter. The weight of the ladder and cage is 0.65 kilonewton per meter. Then the weight of miscellaneous items such as beacon lights, lighting cables, etc. is equal to 2.5 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the data given to us, and we have to analyze the tower and find the maximum compressive force and tension force in the tower legs, and also the maximum shear at the base. So let us solve this. So the first step would be to select the suitable tower configuration. Since we have been given only the top weight, so rest of the things we have to assume, or we have to select a configuration. So first step is selection of tower configuration. So let us assume B by H ratio as 1 by 8. So here the height of the tower is 60 meter. Okay. This implies base width will be equal to h by 8. Therefore, base width will be equal to 60 by 8, that is 7.5 meter. Okay, because height of the tower h is the height of the tower is 60 meters. So we have the top width and the bottom width of the tower. Now let us assume that the top 12 meter width is a straight portion. Let the top 12 meter, that is top 12 meter, that is 6 at the rate of 2 meter equals to 12 meter. We have 6 panels of 2 meter width, so which gives total of 12 meter. So this top 12 meter is kept straight. That means vertical. So if you see the tower configuration, so we have the top width of 3.5 meter, and we are keeping the top 12 meter as straight, and it has 6 panels. So 1, 2, so these panels are of 2 meter, which gives total as 12 meter. Okay. The top width is 3.5 meter, which is given in the data. This is given to us. This is given to us. Now let us the base. We know the base width. The base width is 7.5. We have calculated. This is the base width based on our h by b ratio of 1 by 8. So we have the base width also. This width is 7.5. Now let us find the inclination of this tower. So this portion is the remaining height is total height is 60 meter. If you see, this total height is 60 meter. So this will be how much? This will be 48 meter. So the inclined portion is 48 meter. 60 minus 12. So let us find the inclination. Inclination of base leg will be equal to tan inverse of half of the top width, because we want to find this angle theta. With the vertical, what will be this inclination? Okay, so the tan theta will be equal to this 7.5 minus 3.5 by 2, half the width divided by the height of the inclined portion, that is 48 meter, which is actually 60 minus 12. So this will give you tan theta as this theta as 22.3859 degree, or we can say it is 1:24 slope. The slope of the inclined portion is 1:24. Now let us provide K-type bracing. Provide K-type bracings and so we have K-type bracing. Now for the inclined portion, let us assume that another set of this trusses be of 15 meter with 2.5 meter at 2.5 meter interval, We call this as segment 1. They will be of typical set. Similarly, this is segment 2, and these are 6 panels of 2.5 meter at 2.5 meter spacing. So total it will be 15 meter. Okay. And they will also have K-type bracing. Now the remaining 15 meter will be at 3 meter interval. So, these are 5 panels at a spacing of 3 meter. So total it will be 15 meter. This category is segment of type 3. Okay. Means we will be grouping the segments and then analyze it, because it would be tedious to analyze each of the panels. So we are grouping the panels. So this is the first set of panels, segment 1, second set of panels, and this is the third set of panels. And for the remaining, let us assume four panels of 4.5 meter, so which will give you a total of 18 meter. So we have the remaining 4 panels. So these 4 panels so this is the fourth set of panels, which is segment 4, and for this segment we will provide secondary bracings, otherwise the bracing members will be too slender, so we are providing a secondary bracing to these. So these are of K-type bracing. This segment is also with K-type bracing. This is also K-type bracing. And the fourth segment is K-type bracing. Plus some secondary bracing. So these are the secondary bracings. So we are assuming this tower configuration, and we'll analyze this configuration of the tower. Tower configuration. Let us assume the supports the tower. We are supposed to analyze this tower. So provide K-type bracings for segments 1, 2, and 3, and for segment 4 provide K-type bracing plus secondary bracing. So now we can find the heights at the width at various heights. So the width over here that you can find. You can find the width here. The width here. And the width. So at different height, let us make a table for height. So let us say this is height above base. Above base in meter. the width of the tower. Correspondingly, we find the width of tower in meter. We know the theta here is 2.3859 degree. So based on this inclination, we can find the width at various height. So first is B0. B0, that is at 0 meter. H equals to H0 is equal to 0 meter. H9, that is at 9 meter above the base. H18, 18 meter. H25.5, that is 25.5 meter. These are above the base, height above the base. So at 0 meter from the base means we are measuring the heights from here. So at 0 meter the base width is 7.5. So B0 will be, corresponding base width will be 7.5. Similarly at B9, that is width corresponding to 9 meter. So at 9 meter you can interpolate the value. So you can interpolate, let us say here it is 7.5 meter, here it is 3.5 meter, and this height, the inclined portion, is 48 meter. Okay, see, this is 48 meter, the inclined portion, and the width here is 3.5. So the width over here is 3.5, same as the top width because it is straight portion. So you have to interpolate the values in between. So at 9 meter you can find what will be the height at 9 meter. So at 9 meter, at 18 meter, then at 25.5 meter. Similarly, find the height at 33 meter. Find the height at 40.5 meter, and at 40.5 meter and 33 meter. Okay. So you can interpolate the value to get this. So these values are at 9 meter, this will be 6.75 meter. At 18 meter, the width will be 6 meter. Just verify, you can interpolate these values. B25.5, width at 25.5 meter. Actually this is like this, width at height equals to 25.5. So that will be equal to 5.375 meter. same way, this is H18. Okay, height at 18 meter, width corresponding to height of 9 meter, width corresponding to height of 0 meter. So same way, let us find this height at 33 meter, then height at 40.5, height 48, and H68 60 meter. So width corresponding to 33 meter is 4.75. Width corresponding to H 40.5 meter is 4.125. Width corresponding to 48 meter is 3.5, and width corresponding to 60 meter is also 3.5 meter. Okay, so we have these heights. Now we can find the inclination of the bracings in different segments. Inclination of diagonal bracing at various heights, at various heights. So for the first segment, the inclination will be same as the slope of this. This is theta 60. This is theta 48. So that will be equal to tan inverse the height of each panel here is in this segment is 2 meter. Okay, this is 2 meter. So 2 by half the width of the panel, half of this, because we are finding this angle, so we need this distance, so that will be 3.5 by 2. So this will be 48.81 degree. Similarly, for segment 2, theta 40.5 will be equal to tan inverse. Now here the height of the segments are 2.5 meter. Okay, I am writing only one value here. Then for this set it is 3 meter, and for the fourth segment this is 4.5 meter. So this is 2.5, and the width here is 4. This at 40 meter height, width is 4.125. So 4.125 divided by 2. So this will give you an inclination in second segment is 40.48 degree. Segment 3, that is theta 22.5. See, you can mention here this segment. The first segment is from is ranging from 0 to 18 meter. This segment is ranging from 18 meter to 33 meter. This is ranging from 33 meter to 48 meter, and this segment is ranging from 48 meter to 60 meter. So at 22.5, the segment width is 3 meter divided by, corresponding to 22.5, the width is 5.375 by 2. So the inclination for this is 48.14 degree, and for the fourth segment, theta 9 is tan inverse 4.5 by 6.75 by 2, which will be equal to 53.13 degree. Okay, so here you can see that these inclinations are within 40 degree to 60 degree, which is the preferred range. Preferred around 50 degree. So these are okay. So the tower configuration is okay. Now in the next step, we'll find the dead load, live load on the tower configuration, and then we'll find the wind load on the tower configuration. So let us stop here, and in the next class we'll go through the load calculation, in which we'll find the dead load, live load, and the wind load on this tower. So let's end the meeting here. You can now leave the class.